Looking for a way to get healthy? The Chef You and I program has the answer. Kathryn Raaker and chefs from around the nation will teach even the most inexperienced how to cook. Come into their kitchen and watch them take ordinary foods with loads of calories and fat and turn those foods into healthier dishes. You will be the first to get tips and ideas on foods that are easy to prepare. Now let's join Kathryn and today's chef and learn how to make today's recipes.
Hi, this is Kathryn Raaker of the Chef You and I, and today we have my favorite chef, Terry Young, with me, and we're going to make it Mexican night or South American night, and we're making everything, Terry, everything from margaritas to a wonderful pork chop dish that I created, and I want to thank the two companies that actually helped us create a lot of these recipes, and that's the Elite Beverage Company with their Comisario line of tequilas, and I also want to thank the SkipKenny company for their SkipKenny barbecue, their marinades, and we're going to be using their mustard marinade, one of their products, and they're one of our sponsors. We're very excited about it, and they have a beef marinade and they have a mustard marinade as well. So, Terry, let's start with
margaritas.
The margaritas.
Yes.
So tell us what's going to happen and what we need in the margaritas.
Well, first of all, we're going to do 1 ounce of lime juice.
Okay, so that equals about 6 teaspoons?
It's 2 tablespoons,
2 tablespoons.
Or 6 teaspoons.
Okay, so we have this handy-dandy, wonderful lemon, lime, anything. Citrus. So this makes it nice, because then you can pour it directly from here. And we use this all the time. You know, I love gadgets. They're so fun, right? So I need to give you, how much?
2
tablespoons. Okay, so here's 2 tablespoons. Can you hold the top of that for me? Thanks. There's 1. And then there's 2 tablespoons. Okay. So what else do we need?
We're going to put triple sec.
How much?
Half of an ounce.
Which is that?
So it would be a half
of that. That's an ounce. So then we're going to use the wonderful tequila, right?
Yes. And I'll let you talk about the tequila.
We're actually going to be using the ultra premium Anejo tequila. And I've been cooking with this for a while. I love this tequila. It's so delicious. But they make the best margaritas in the world. And they've won all kinds of awards all over the world. So here we go. How much do we need of that?
1 1/2 ounce.
So that's one of those. That's a whole one. That's an ounce and a half. And Terry used to be a bartender, right?
Yes.
So you're very good at this, right? Do you like margaritas? Yes or no? You don't. Okay, that's all right. I'll drink it. Don't worry.
I don't drink. So
you don't drink. So, but Kathryn does.
That's the best kind of bartender
that's right,
to have.
To have. Right. So then what's the next thing?
We're going to put agave in it, which is different. Most people don't put agave. It's a half of an ounce of agave.
Right. And actually in our tequila, the wonderful Comisario, if you're making a straight margarita, you don't need to put the agave in it.
Right.
Okay. So then what we're going to put...
I'm going to go get the ice.
You're going to put ice in it because I like it a little bit with ice in it. So that's really good. So you're making a lot of ice there. Okay, and so since she's doing a lot of ice there, go ahead, girl. Is there anything else that needs to go in there?
I don't think so.
No, that's it.
That's
so we
it.
have triple sec, the tequila, and the agave, and then we're going to use the wonderful margarita salt here, which I have right here. So you can either use a cloth, or I'm going to use lime, so you can see that. And then you take this, right, Terry, and then you put it,
We'll put
you have
out
to, right
some-
there. And then you take it like this, and, well, I don't know if this is big enough. Is it?
I usually go like this at the
Oh,
bar.
okay. So you want to get a little bit of salt on there. right? And now what she's going to do is she's going to go ahead and make one of them. Go ahead.
And we will have,
Hey, Margarita. Will that make 2 or just 1?
I think this will make 1.
Really? That's it?
Yep.
We'll find out in a minute, right? It'll make 2. Because you got ice on it, right? Or you could add a little bit more ice into that for me.
Right. I would have added more ice.
Well, let's do it.
And then it would have made, do you want me?
Yeah, just put more ice into it. You don't have to worry about it. Just put a bunch of ice in it, actually. Kathryn doesn't drink a lot. That's enough. We're going to give this one to Bill since he's not driving. Right? Keep going. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so I'm going to pour some more in here.
I thought I had to push the stop button. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's done. Okay. So let's add a little to this. And then I'll just do this one right here with the lime. Okay. And we'll show what it looks like in just a minute.
Well, this one's going to be more like a frozen.
It's going to be more like a frozen one,
Yeah,
right?
more ice.
Yeah, so you want to get that salt because the salt really makes a difference.
Makes the big difference in the...
Okay, so that looks really nice, doesn't it? I did a good job on that one. Okay, and that'll melt a little bit and add more to that one. So, all right.
And then for the last touch would be a little bit of lime.
Okay. Right? And, you know, you can make different types of margaritas. It doesn't just have to be this lime one, but this called for actually the margaritas, so we're going to put these right here. Actually, Terry, you know what? I'm going to add a little water to it. What do you think? No? Don't add a little water to it. Well, if you want more of a frozen daiquiri, or not a daiquiri, if you want more of a frozen margarita, add more ice, right?
Yes.
So I want to say this is simple. You want to give the recipe out again?
It is 1 ounce of lime juice, a half an ounce of triple sec, a half an ounce of agave. If you want to use the agave, you don't have to. And then just your
Tequila.
tequila and salt if you'd like, and lime.
Right, so that makes a really
Nice.
nice frozen margarita. So we'll be right back after these messages. We're back on The Chef, You and I. And Terry, guess what we're making now?
Salad.
Right, margarita salad with tequila lime dressing. Doesn't that sound great?
It really does.
Now, you're not going to taste the tequila and the dressing because there isn't that much in. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what we need. For the dressing, we need 3 tablespoons of lime juice, which we already did. 1 1/2 tablespoons of agave nectar.
Right.
1 1/2 tablespoons of tequila.
That's right.
That's right there. 1/4 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is right here. And a pinch of sea salt. So since you have this problem with salt and sodium, I'm not putting the salt in. Okay? So I'm going to make it simple. And then for the salad, we need 4 to 6 cups of heaping baby spinach.
Right.
1 cup of diced strawberries, 1 cup of diced mangoes, 1 avocado diced, 1/4 of a red onion slivered, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of toasted pumpkin seeds. We are not using the pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
You could use walnuts, you could use anything that you want,
Right.
okay? So And when we get done with the dressing, we're going to put it in this mason jar. We're going to put it in the refrigerator and get it refrigerated, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So let's start with, what do you want to cut?
It doesn't matter.
All right, you want to do this, and I'll do this, and then we have to do the strawberries. So anyhow, we only need, oh, we got pumpkin seeds. Oh, all right. So anyhow, and this is really a beautiful salad, actually, Terry. I love these kinds of salads, don't you?
Yes.
And they're really healthy for you. And really, when you think about it, there aren't that many calories in any of the stuff that we're doing here. And this mango is not totally really ripe. I can tell you that. So we also, if you don't have pumpkin seeds, you can use pine nuts.
Right.
Or you can use walnuts. You can use anything. So you're cutting up the avocado, correct?
Right.
Okay, and so I'm doing the beautiful mango, and I love mangoes. Do you like mangoes?
I love mangoes.
Do your grandchildren like them?
My great-granddaughter actually eats a mango every week.
Really?
And she would eat 2 of them if you would let her.
Oh, okay. Does she like lychees?
Um,
You know what they are, right?
yeah.
And
I don't know
so-
I don't know that we've tried that yet with her.
Really? So, anyhow, we're going to cut this up. And actually, you just want to dice this.
Right.
All right? And you've got an onion to go.
I have an onion to go.
Okay, and then we have strawberries. And then we put the spinach leaves in. And we've got it made in the shade, right? I really like fruit salads because I think they're so good, especially in the summer. And this summer, Terry, let's face it, it's been 100 degrees.
It has been very hot.
And when we were out in California for our 50th wedding anniversary, it was 108. Do you believe it?
I believe it, but I don't know if I could have
Dealt with it? Well, you don't go outside in the middle of the day, or you go into
Right.
air-conditioned, places. And actually, Mr. Bill and I took a ride up the side of a mountain, one of the highest,
Oh, I bet
and
you
it
that
was
was
8,000 feet. And we went in one of these gondolas, and there's only 2, one in Switzerland and one in Palm Springs.
Oh, wow.
Is that pretty cool or what? So, what have you been doing since I've been gone? Because I've been gone a lot this summer already.
Just working.
Just working. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we've been doing, and you've been doing a lot of samplings for SkipKenny, right?
Yes.
Which is really fun. So, and he's going to be doing a major cookout at Jungle Jim's, the Summer Bash, on August the 10th here in Cincinnati, in Fairfield. And Terry and I are going to be there working with and letting people taste the wonderful barbecue sauce, the marinade,
Right,
and
I
everything.
think
He's going to be roasting a pig.
Yeah, they're going to have a pig roast.
Oh, wow, it's going to be awesome. So, thank God we get to taste the wonderful stuff that he makes, right? Well, these mangoes look really good. And I'm going to put this one in this. And so I think this is about, Terry, more than a cup, but
Yeah.
okay. But that's all right. And I have a really cute thing for your granddaughter. It's from the Raz Company. They're so sweet. They sent me a whole bunch of things for little kids. And how old is she now?
She is 5.
She's 5.
Yeah.
I can hardly believe it.
I know. She's growing up
She's
on me.
growing up. She's going to be in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have all of those. So what we need to do is to put it in here. Okay. And I can do this. Hold on. Put that in there. And let's put these in there.
We got the
And then all we have to
strawberries.
do, Terry, is actually put the strawberries in.
Right.
I'm just going to put all of these in. Why not? Right? Make it a little bit healthier with those mangoes. Okay. So, anyhow, And I want to give you this. And in the meantime, I'm going to cut up the strawberries for
Okay.
you. How about that? I'll do that. Just let me have the strawberries. And these are, I've already actually washed these off. So I may wash them off again though. I need a cup of them. I need a cup of strawberries. So let me do this real quick. Okay, let me cut these up.
They smell.
And-
Those strawberries smell really good.
Oh, they do. Let's see that, the spinach leaves. They just want you to put
them
all of the whole thing in there.
You want the whole thing?
The whole thing. That's 4 to 6 cups. So, put the strawberries in. I'm telling you, this really looks delicious, doesn't it?
It does.
And with the lime dressing, it's even going to be better. Right? I mean, I think you could put almost any more, any amount of fruit in there,
Oh, yeah.
Terry.
And then the pine nuts if you want to add those.
And you can do those. Some people like pine nuts, some people don't like pine nuts. I personally like walnuts or almonds.
Yeah.
So you do what you want to do.
I don't like pine nuts either.
Well, then don't put the pine nuts in there, Terry.
so we'll leave them out.
We'll leave them out. You can use pumpkin seeds or pine nuts or whatever you want to put in there. And, okay, let's do this real quick. This looks good. Wow. I would even put grapes in there. Why not?
Right, right.
So, and your family loves them, right?
Yep.
So, this is really a lot of fun. When it's so hot out, and it's going to be really hot again this weekend. It's going to be in the 90s, right?
Right.
So you want to have something that's not going to, it's going to make you feel good,
yeah.
right?
Make you feel too heavy.
Not feel too heavy.
Right.
Right, so let me do this. And then we're going to make the dressing real quick. And we'll go from there. Strawberries have been
good.
really weird this year, Terry. They get ripe so easy, so I don't know what they're
So
doing when they're
fast,
picking
yeah.
them or whatever. But I've had to throw a lot of strawberries away this year, unfortunately. Right? Okay. So I can't wait to taste this, actually.
I know it looks good.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So now all we have to do is make the dressing. We'll be right back in a minute. We'll make the dressing when we come back. We're back on the Chef You and I, Terry, and now we're making what? The dressing.
The dressing.
Right? Okay, so would you read this off so that I can put this in here? Okay.
Okay, the dressing would be 3 tablespoons of lime juice.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, and guess what? 3. Yay! There's 3. Then
1.5 cup of agave.
1.5 tablespoons.
1.5 tablespoons, I'm sorry.
I don't know. That's it. Okay.
And then tequila, a half an ounce plus a tablespoon.
Here's the tablespoon. But we don't have enough. Sorry about that. How many?
What was
2
that?
tables. Okay, half of it, I think. Whoops. Well, that's it. All right. And then what else? Olive oil?
Olive oil, 1/4 of a cup,
That's 1/4 of a cup.
and a pinch of salt.
And I'm not using the salt because
Of me.
of you. She's got sodium. She can have a lot of sodium. So we're going to shake this up really good. You don't have to put this in the refrigerator. You just go ahead and dress it. So
It looks good.
it does look
The
good.
salad itself looks good.
Yeah, and we're going to put the dressing on it right now, some of it. Okay, let me just pour that on. Whoops. That's enough, I think, don't you? And then we've got these 2 wonderful things, Terry. Watch. Watch. Really cool. Now you can see everything that we have in the salad. And we're going to take a picture of that. Look at that. Is that gorgeous or what? All right, so we just showed you how to make the Margarita Salad, right, with the lime dressing, tequila lime dressing, actually. And so now what we're going to do is Terry and I are going to plate it so that you can see what it looks like, actually, when you go to serve it, right? There's one. Right. I want to get some of the these in there. And this. All right. And then here, Terry. A lot of spinach leaves. But you know, spinach is really good for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You love it, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So I didn't put a lot of salt in here for you. So what is Kathryn allergic to?
Garlic.
And thank God none of this has garlic in it, right? So anyhow, that kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. And we're going to put it on that beautiful Mexican placemat. And we're going to be serving this to our guest. And you know, you could have done this for Cinco de Mayo, or you could do it for just summer.
Right.
Summer repast,
Summertime,
right?
right.
That would be really good. And if you want to put the pumpkin seeds, which would give it a little color, or you could put the walnuts on it, and that would make it look really good. So that's your Margarita Salad with tequila lime dressing, right?
Right.
We'll be right back after these messages, and we're going to make 2 of the entrees. And Terry, it's going to be really fun. We'll be right back. All right? We're back on the Chef You and I with Terry Young and myself, Kathryn Raaker, and now we're going to make a really interesting dish made with pork loin, okay? And actually, these are kind of thick. So what I'm thinking about doing is I need a knife because I think I'm going to cut these, Terry, in half. Okay, so I need a knife to do that. Thank you. Right. And I'm going to cut those in half. Right, so it's not going to take that long. So it gives you 4 pork chops, right? And these are thick ones.
They are.
So that's nice because that way, you know, it's not going to take as long to cook them, right? And it'll be really nice. So the first thing we want to do is you want to take about a cup of orange juice. You want to put that into the mix right there. All right. And then we want to take about 1/4 cup of SkipKenny barbecue, not barbecue, but marinade, and do that. Just keep going. That's not a point of, was that a 4th or?
That's a 4th.
That's about a 4th. Maybe make it a little bit more than that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And just use the rest of the bottle probably. Now, usually I marinate this, and then you want to use 1/2 cup of tequila.
Are we going to get?
That's about 1/2 cup. Right there, half of that is about 1/2 cup.
That's 1/2 cup.
Right, okay. 1/2 cup of tequila. And then what we're going to do is we're going to mix this for a minute, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pork chops, and I want you to do this part of it for me. I'm going to go from here to here, so we're going to do this. And you usually marinate them for about an hour or so, right? And then I took corn flakes. This is corn flakes, and then just do that, and then I'll go like that. And then I'm going to put them into a hot skillet, right? And it's really a tasty dish that I discovered that this SkipKenny marinade is really, and no garlic in it. I love it.
Oh.
Right? And so
That's perfect for you.
This is perfect for a family. And here's the other thing I'm doing is I'm also, Terry, actually putting apples, potatoes, onions, and mushrooms in this dish to make a complete meal. And you'll see all of this in a little while when we do it. It takes, I put it on 400 degrees, and if there's a lot of pork chops, right, there's 4 in this one, you just want to brown these pork chops. Let me just wash my hands for a minute. And, you know, if you want to brown these pork chops, just a little bit. So I'm going to turn this up to about 400, right? And you want to brown them on both sides. Okay. And then what you want to do, I want you to cut up the onions, if you don't mind, about 1/4 to 1/2 of one of those onions you'll need. And then we've got these little baby potatoes. They're little miniature potatoes, apples, and you have the wonderful marinade that we just put on it. We're going to use that marinade we're going to continue using that marinade in the dish itself. Okay, I used the other night some homemade gravy, and so we're going to do these potatoes, and we're going to do apples and onions and mushrooms in this. And I have the mushrooms right here. They're actually these beautiful button mushrooms. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the salad still, you know what I mean? So when I've already washed these, so I'm going to cut these up while you're doing that, and I'll move these over. And if you don't like mushrooms, then use something else. You could use, you could actually use zucchini. You could use anything, any kind of vegetable that you like in this, because it makes a meal in itself, right?
Right.
Right. So I happen to like these, so I'm going to do these. And the other day, Terry, I used different kind of mushroom, and it tasted great. My husband wasn't crazy about it, but guess what? Kath liked it. So everybody's got different taste on mushrooms, right?
Right.
And so that's those. And let me get a couple more here. And that's wonderful. And these are almost done. And I love doing this because actually this is such a simple dish. See how easy that is? And the cornflake, the cornflakes give it a really different taste. So, and you could do this with chicken.
Oh, yeah.
With chicken or whatever. So we're going to brown that. We're going to put this in that dish in a minute and put the mushrooms in there. And it's going to be great. Right?
Do you want the
what?
Apples?
Yes. You can leave the skin on it if you want to. It's up to you. Right?
Well, do y'all want the skin on or off?
I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. What would you do for your family? Off?
I would leave it on if it
You would
was
leave it
my
on. It's
family.
actually got a lot of wonderful things
yeah.
and nutrients in it. So I'm actually going to take and put the sauce after let me hit the spray, and I'll just spray this real quick. And you don't want to put, there aren't that many people here, so we're just going to put 4 pork chops in here, but I'm actually putting the sauce that we did in the bottom.
Okay.
So that it can cook in this, right? And here we go. Put that out of the way. And then I'm just going to add the pork chops to it, because that's all we want to do is brown them, right? So that's 1, 2. This is great because it fits just perfectly. 3. And I've already preheated the oven, Terry, to 400 degrees. Okay? So I'd probably leave it in about for maybe no more than an hour at 400 degrees. And here's the onions. I'm going to put those onions in there, if you don't mind.
I'll
the
go right
potatoes, right? This really makes a wonderful dish. You could actually add your own gravy to it if you want to make some gravy, some pork gravy, or you could even use, Terry, you could even use, what do you call it? A can, not a can, but a jarred gravy.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be great. And then just put the rest of that in there, okay? And then I'm going to add the mushrooms, but I'm going to fry the mushrooms just a little bit, okay? And some people don't even like mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, then don't put mushrooms in, right? But turn that up a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to take aluminum foil, Terry, and we're going to put a little lime juice in there. And, yeah, we need a little bit of lime juice. So just add a little lime juice, and then we're going to add that to it. Put it right on the top of it. Just a little squeeze, you know. That's good. And then we're going to add these mushrooms.
Okay.
And then we're going to put the aluminum foil on it. And guess what? That's it. That does it for you. Right? And in about an hour's time, we'll show you the piece de resistance. So if you could do that for me, Terry, if you could put that aluminum foil on there, and then we'll put it right in the oven. And like I said, preheated 400-degree oven, and for about an hour, and it'll be totally finished, right? That looks good, Terry. Okay, I'm going to open the oven for you and put it right on that second shelf. Oh, got it. Okay, there we go. We'll put a timer on for 60 minutes, which is an hour, and we got it done.
All right.
That's all right. We're going to take a short break, and we're coming back, and we're going to do our chicken skewers. Margarita Tequila chicken skewers. That's wild.
Sounds good.
That sounds good to me, too. We're going to be right back on
The Chef You and I.
right after these important messages. We're back on The Chef You and I with Terry Young, my wonderful chef friend. And we have done what? We've
Marinated chicken strips.
from thighs, or you can buy the strips themselves. So let's talk about what's in this, Terry. You want to tell us?
Okay. It has a half a cup of tequila, a half a cup of light brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of virgin olive oil, 4 garlic cloves, which we won't be putting in ours because Kathryn can't have garlic.
That's right.
We have 1 tablespoon of chopped oregano, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt,
Which we didn't put in because of
because
Terry.
of me. 3 pounds of skinless, boneless thighs, and they're cut about a half an inch into strips.
Now, on the tequila mustard, we did something a little different, and that is that we used the SkipKenny marinade, mustard marinade, and we added a little bit of honey to it, 1/4 of a cup of tequila, and 2 tablespoons of lime juice, because we didn't have to make the mustard, the tequila mustard. We already have it. So that's what we did. So now what we're going to do, Terry, is we are going to thread the chicken onto the bamboo skewers, which we put in water, soaked them for more than a half an hour, but you have to soak them at least for half an hour. So this is what we're going to do. All right, so we actually put each chicken strip on a skewer that we have. So you want to take this over there? Thanks. And you really want to thread your meat so you don't lose it on the grill. So this is how you do it. And so I've threaded it. You could put other things like mushrooms and stuff on it as well.
Right.
Here you go. I think you got to spread it out a little bit, Terry, as far as bringing the meat down a little. I don't know. But I think they should do all right. And they won't take long to do on the grill. So I'm very excited about tasting this, right? And if you wanted another marinade or another mustard sauce, you could use the SkipKenny mustard, marinade mustard, or you could use something else with it as well. So let me put this on there. And then, but this actually called for a big crowd. I think 14 or 24 of these this would do. So, which is
24.
a lot. So you could actually make 24 skewers, have your friends over, and I don't know, this one is a little bit different. Got to really thread this one because I don't want to lose it on the grill. So we're going to go out to the grill in a minute, and we're going to show people how you do this on the grill. Okay? That sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? And in the meantime, what else is in there? I'm going to...
That one's cut.
I need to cut that. We're right after this, while we're cooking this on the grill, we're going to have a little bit of a margarita or something to drink while we're out there cooking it on the grill, right? And I think
And then we also have a pie.
Oh yeah, we have a pie. It's actually, it's a what? It's right behind. It's right underneath there, girl.
Let's see. It is
A
cheesecake, a tequila lime cheesecake bars.
and they are absolutely delicious. We made some ahead of time, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And they turned out beautiful. And we're going to show it to you. But we're going to show you how to make them tonight. And it's important that you do the right steps on it, right?
Right.
Right. So we'll be right back after these messages. And we're going to take our chicken skewers out to the grill and cook them up and put them in the oven to keep them warm. Okay? We'll be right back. Now we're here out at the grill. The grill's all heated up. Now we're going to actually put these on the grill. They won't take long, actually, because guess what? Chicken actually cooks very quickly, and you got to watch it so you don't burn it, right? Here, let me move this over like that, right? And there we go. Actually, you could do this. Bring them down so we don't burn ourselves, right? Right. And I can't wait to taste the SkipKenny. You know, we're doing a pig roast out at Jungle Jim's, right?
Right, right.
So Terry and what will we be doing?
We will be out there giving samples of
Right.
the marinade.
Right. Not only the marinade, but all the other stuff, right? So we're going to let that cook for a little while, and then we will be right back. We're back on the Chef You and I, and Terry, my really good friend, that's a wonderful chef herself, Terry Young. We're going to make something really wonderful, but before that, what do we have here, Terry?
We have the tequila lime chicken.
Right. It's a Margarita Tequila Lime Chicken, and that's what it looks like when it's finished. And we're going to be serving it with potatoes or whatever, salad. Make it light.
Right.
And easy. We did that wonderful, beautiful salad that we did earlier that you can have with it. And you could add a starch to it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to make something really fun, and that is the Tequila Lime Cheesecake Bars. Right? So we're going to take a little break while we take away the chicken, and we're going to start serving it to our guest in a few minutes. So let's do that. Terry, you want to give me the directions for this while I assemble it together for a minute?
Yes. You're going to do 1/4 cup of butter, and then you're going to melt it.
And I'm going to do this in the microwave because it's easy.
Okay.
And it's about a minute to get it all melted.
Okay.
And then what am I going to do?
1/4 cup of the graham cracker crumbs, 16-ounce cream cheese or 2 8-ounce cream cheese at room temperature. And we have that ready here in our bowl.
I have to get the sugar out just a moment.
Okay. 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of the lime zest, which we will do later on, and 4 tablespoons of
Tequila. Lime juice. And then what?
2 to 4 tablespoons of tequila.
2 tablespoons of Contro.
Okay, the 2 tablespoons of Contro, and the 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and then 2 eggs that are at room temperature.
And that really is important to keep your cheese and also your eggs at room temperature because it sets up differently if you don't do it that way. So what we're going to do first is, actually we need some aluminum foil, believe it or not, for this pan.
Okay.
So we're going to ask our producer to go over and get some aluminum foil for us. In the meantime, I'm going to take out the butter out of the microwave, right? And what we're going to do, Terry, is we're going to add this. We need how much of the 1 1/4 cups of that. So I'm just going to measure this into this, right?
And you're going to put this in the pan?
Yeah, but I'm going to mix it with the butter in it. But you want to do that. And then you want to spray, believe it or not, you want to spray the aluminum foil. Not the pan, but the aluminum foil. All right? And in the meantime, I'm going to mix the bread or the cracker crumbs. And then we're going to put those in, actually, the thing, and we're going to press them down. So it's a graham cracker crust. So that's the important part of it. So you need to spray it with the food spray, but make sure that this is all together before you start doing that. Okay, get them covered with that butter. All right. Go ahead and spray it all over because you're going to lift it out, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually add the graham cracker crumbs into this, and we're going to press them down. Now, I used a smaller square for this one because I don't have, believe this or not, Terry, I don't have a 9x9.
A 9x9.
Don't ask me why. So I'll push this down for us.
Probably don't either. I think mine's 9x13.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a 9x9. So this 8x whatever it is, 8x9, I used instead. So it gives you a little bit of a crust at the bottom. Not a lot.
Crust,
So you're
right.
not having a major, you know? So that looks good. So just make sure that's down. Now we're going to put this aside, right?
Okay.
And we're going to make the cream cheese part of it.
Okay.
Okay? And then we're going to pour that into it. So let me move this over here. And we need the mixer, which I have right here. No, it's over there, Terry, I think. Isn't it? It's right over there. I'll get it. You want me to get it? I'll get it. It's right here.
Oh.
And we're going to, I need you to do the lime.
Okay.
To shred the lime, to use the lime, to make the lime juice.
Right.
And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to beat up the cream cheese, right?
Okay.
And you're going to make it fluffy. That's what you're going to do. So you need how much lemon juice? Lime juice? 4 tablespoons, basically. So I think remember you have to
use
you need to get the,
I know, I'm going to use it I'm going to get the zest off that first.
okay, all right.
And then I'll get some more.
Okay, we'll do that. So the zest is really important, right?
Right.
And if we don't have a lot of it, don't worry about it. So
Well, I'll see if I can get it off of here.
don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want you to do that. Okay, so I'm going to beat this up. Then I'm going to add the sugar to it. Actually, what we've done is we've actually whipped up the sugar, the half a cup of sugar, and the Philadelphia cream cheese, so it's really fluffy. Now, Terry, we need to add everything else. We need to add in the lime juice, the tequila, the Contro, the heavy cream, and the eggs in the end, one at a time.
Okay.
Okay, so I think you got enough of that, right? Okay, so you want to pour that directly in there for me? That's all of that. And then I need the Contro and I need the tequila. So how much do we need of that?
You need 2 tablespoons.
All right, so here's 2 tablespoons. 1, 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to add in the Comisario Anejo.
2 to 4 tablespoons.
2 to 4. So, wait a minute. How about 3?
Sounds good to me.
3 sounds good to me too. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we used 3. And now we have to actually whip this up again. until you get it totally, you got to add the cream in too. So let me do, you
2
need
tablespoons
okay,
of
so
heavy cream.
Of heavy cream. 1. Add a little bit more. That's enough. Okay, that's enough. Okay, and that's 2 of heavy cream. So we're now adding, we've added everything except the eggs. You want to blend this all together, Terry, before, and you put the eggs in one at a time. Make sure they're at room temperature. That makes a difference in what you're doing with the actual cheesecake, okay?
Okay.
And some ovens are different. So with your oven, you have to be really careful. And so that looks really good. So we're going to turn that off for a minute, and I'm going to get out a scraper because guess what? You need to scrape the sides down, and we have one of those trusty dusty ones right there. Would you watch that for me? Yeah, okay. Because you want to get all of that. You want to get all that cream cheese. And, okay, you need to blend all that. All right, what is that? That's a little, see when you have fruit that happens. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 egg at a time. Right? Right. And we're going to add 1 egg. And then we're going to do this again. We're going to beat that egg in. Here, can you hold this for me? And just turn that around. Can you scrape the sides for me? All right. You want to really beat that egg in there. That looks delicious, doesn't it? We can see that with the camera. The camera's going to come up here and look at it. And that's what it's supposed to look like. So now we'll add another egg to it, right? 1 more. And there you go. And then we'll add that, and we'll be done. And then we'll be able to pour it into that over there, Terry.
Okay.
And then you're baking it for 25 minutes. I found out in my oven, Terry, at 350, I had to do it, and you have to watch it. You want to, actually you have to watch it, because what happens is when it's just a little jiggly on the top is when you take it out.
Okay.
So that's really important, okay? Because then it's not done if you don't do that.
Right.
And everybody's oven, I have a gas oven, so everybody's oven is different.
Right.
Okay, that looks good. So what I'm going to do is take that out, and I'm going to walk over here with it and put it in the sink. There it is in the sink, all right. And we're going to pour this into, actually pour this into here. And when are you going to put the zest in? At the end?
Yeah, I think at the very end I
Okay.
have enough there that we can sprinkle it on the top.
Right. And it's going to taste so delicious. And then after we get done with it, we'll be able to show you what it looks like. How about that? So I think you have to put, no, you put the zest in now.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you're doing it now. So just sprinkle it all over it. And what I'm going to do is do this, like that, so it gets right into the batter.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to put this in the oven, and actually we're going to put this in the oven for 25, I'm going to put it in my oven for 30 minutes, because that's
Okay.
exactly how long it took in my oven, and that's a gas oven. Okay?
Okay.
And we'll put it over there for a second because we've got something coming out in a few minutes. Terry, we have come to the end of our show, and you know what? I went ahead earlier, and baked this.
Right.
Because we're getting ready to put one of the other cheesecakes in the oven right now.
Right.
And I have to tell you, I was really shocked how it came out. It came out perfect.
Right.
And the trick to the whole thing is the reason why they want you to put the aluminum foil in is you can lift it up
Out of there.
and then cut it easily
Right.
onto a plate, which makes it nice. But what you do with it is you bake it for 25 minutes, you let it set and cool, and then you put it into your refrigerator for 3 hours. So that's what you need to
Sets it
do.
up.
So anything like this just takes what? Time, right. And that's what we have. And I want to say thank you so very much for coming tonight
Thank
and
you for
joining
having
me, enjoying a Mexican dinner. Woo! And we loved it, and we hope that you'll enjoy it and go up to our website at thechefyouandI.com to get all the recipes. Thank you again, sweetie.
Thank you.
And I've enjoyed it.
So have
And we'll see you next time. Bon appetit on The Chef You and I.
Thanks for joining us on the Chef You and I show today. We'll be back next week with another great and healthy recipe. Don't forget to visit our website, thechefyouandI.com, for all of our featured recipes, cooking tips, and clips of the show.